This is not a video about being likable. It's not about being soft either. This is about soft power, the kind of influence that doesn't raise its voice, doesn't ask for permission, and doesn't need validation. You won't find it on stage. You won't hear it in debates. But you'll feel it in boardrooms, behind negotiations, in culture, art, and relationships. And the truth? Women, especially emotionally intelligent, intuitive women, are uniquely built for this form of power. Welcome to a new conversation. Welcome to your new edge. What is soft power? The term soft power was coined by political scientist Joseph Nye in the late 1980s. At the global level, soft power refers to the ability of a country to influence others without coercion, through culture, diplomacy, values, aesthetics. But soft power isn't just for nations. It exists at the personal level. Soft power is influence without force. It's persuasion without volume. It's resonance without resistance. It's what happens when you command attention without chasing it. Yet, most people misunderstand it. They confuse soft power with passivity, with being nice, with playing small. But soft power is not about shrinking. It's about subtle strength. And it is one of the most underestimated tools of personal and professional success. In fact, it is reasonable to wonder why women are incredibly good at it. Women have always been architects of influence, but through nonlinear means. In a world obsessed with domination and visibility, women have historically learned to navigate power differently. Biologically, women are wired for connection and collaboration. Sociologically, women have had to learn to be intuitive, strategic, and multidimensional. Spiritually, the feminine embodies receptivity, magnetism, and depth. These are not weaknesses. These are superpowers, especially in a modern world that's burning out on aggression. Soft power is what makes people listen when you whisper. It's what turns presence into persuasion. It's what builds loyalty, desire, trust. And women, by design, are naturally more attuned to it. Not because of gender roles, but because of energy roles. And energy doesn't lie. Look closely at the women who've built quiet empires. Princess Diana, she never raised her voice, but she changed the British monarchy. Michelle Obama radiates composure, intelligence, warmth. She owns every room without competing. Zendaya, reserved, elegant, strategic. She lets her work speak, and the world listens. Sofia Coppola, delicate films, feminine aesthetics, powerful cultural influence. None of these women used brute force. They used elegance, clarity, presence. That's soft power, and it continues to be the future of elite leadership. Consider the women who have altered culture not with volume, but with vision. Toni Morrison, who wrote with such force and restraint that even presidents listened. Amal Clooney, whose legal intellect eclipses her celebrity, cool, surgical, composed. Audrey Hepburn, who never needed scandal, only elegance, only consistency. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, whose voice is calm, but whose words fracture paradigms. These women are not anomalies. They are archetypes of what happens when intellect meets intention. They are the blueprint. In ancient myth, the feminine archetype was not passive. She was sovereign, strategic, symbolic. Hera, the regal strategist. Athena, the intellectual warrior. Isis, the mystical builder of empires. Across cultures, the feminine holds power through presence, intuition, adaptability, emotional range. These traits are now emerging as executive functions in modern leadership science. It's not just for celebrities. It's in the founder who builds a brand that feels like home, the woman who walks into a negotiation and owns the silence. It's in your energy, your eye contact, your restraint. Real power isn't always loud. Sometimes it's just quietly undeniable. And women, if allowed to lead through design, not imitation, have always had it. Let's be clear, hard power isn't bad. It's sometimes necessary. But when it's all you use, you become brittle, predictable, exhausted. Soft power is your edge. It's flexibility instead of control, magnetism instead of dominance, influence instead of imposition. In a society burned out on hustle culture, women who lead with discernment, softness, and strategy win. They win without forcing, without proving, without over-explaining. Feminine power is not weaker. It's just wiser. So how do you build your soft power? Let's break it down. 1. Depth over display. Stop oversharing. Mystery is power. No more than you say. Let people come to you. 2. Master nonverbal communication. Eye contact, posture, tone. Your body says everything before your mouth does. 3. Develop emotional sovereignty. Feel deeply. Respond calmly. Soft power thrives in regulation, not reactivity. 4. Speak with precision. Every word you use either adds to or subtracts from your power. Say less, mean more. 5. Create energetic boundaries. Not everyone gets access. Not every fight deserves a response. Be selective. It's magnetic. 6. Invest in presence. How you dress, how you enter a room, how you carry yourself, it all speaks. Cultivate presence, not performance. When you live from these, you don't just act powerful. You become undeniable. And in cultivating these, you do not become louder. You become clearer and therefore more powerful. The future does not belong to the loudest voice. It belongs to the clearest one. As the world evolves, the need for refined, emotionally intelligent leadership only grows. We don't need more women becoming like men to succeed. We need women to own the power they were designed to wield, the intuitive, resilient, grounded power that shapes the unseen. Soft power isn't soft, it's just different. And it's time, if you're ready to lead differently. You're in the right place.